Well, hello everyone. Good to be with you again today. Did you survive last week's challenge and chat with a stranger a time or two? This week is actually the last comments I'll share with you on feeling lonely. Uh, and it's probably one that is the easiest of the exercises that I've suggested we might take on and challenge ourselves with being more connected to each other. And it's using technology as a social interaction tool. You don't even necessarily have to be physically close to anyone to feel the interaction. Uh, Video chatting or calling people when you're feeling lonely, or emailing them or writing them a personal note and sending it through the mail are all ways that you can do it with actually not having to be physically present in the process. And it can make a huge difference, as we all discovered during the isolation period that was a part of COVID. And it's hard to believe that's been 6 years ago that we all went through that process, which really dramatically changed a lot of how we did so many things. Uh, Being able to video chat and call other people when you're feeling lonely really made a huge impact on how we dealt with that period of isolation from each other as social beings. Uh, so, with that, let's just talk a little bit about what we can do. Uh, Even if in-person social activities are limited, virtual communication has value. Establishing contact using whatever type of tool you may have. It could be Zoom, it could be Skype, it could be FaceTime. There are so many, it could be on Facebook and other social media of that nature. Uh, you can create a strong sense of connection using those virtual tools. Even if you would truly prefer to see someone face to face over a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, a cup of hot chocolate, whatever. Uh, Even right now, an iced beverage sounds much better. A nice glass of ice water sounds delicious. One key step when we're unable to see those we want to see in person is to make time to maintain that relationship. And it's really important that you carve out that time to keep that interaction intact, especially with family and friends. Try calling someone you're close to every week and sharing something good, hopefully always, or even bad that has happened. Keep them present in your day to day life. Know what's going on with each other. Uh, Try calling someone unscheduled, just out of the blue because you were thinking of them. Often we don't realize the value of reaching out to someone until we do. But seeing someone or hearing someone's voice can help you remember you're not alone. And it does a tremendous amount for the person to whom you are reaching in uh, seeing themselves as someone who is valued in your life. If you're feeling an itch to leave the house, try taking a social outing by a virtual walk with someone you enjoy being with uh, by FaceTiming them on your phone as you're taking your walk. Just please be careful when crossing the street. Uh, there's there's nothing worse than seeing a person with their nose in their phone crossing a street at an intersection with not looking or walking into somebody else because they're not paying any attention at all. Well, maybe they're having a visit with their grandson or granddaughter or their sister or their brother, and you don't know that, and they certainly really don't know you're there. So, have some basic common sense caution if you're going to try this virtual tool to help you. Uh, you'll share new experiences with them, given that option and that opportunity to move forward in your life. I find it really interesting how we actually do move through our lives with each other in that way. You can actually build an online community to support others. I try using every different form of digital communication that you can think of to expand that circle of friends that you could build in that way. Uh, Maybe years prior, you wouldn't have even considered it, but I think all of us see the real potential in doing so now. Uh, Even something like a virtual book club meeting, you can meet online and have lively discussions and exchanges of ideas uh, using the different tools we have. I have a book club that I love going to, and it's totally virtual. And we enjoy each other's company, and we even have lunch together. Everybody will fix their own little lunch, and we'll sit over lunch and talk about what we've read in the latest book we're discussing. So the potential here is amazing if you open yourself up to doing different activities appeal to different people. But there are undoubtedly a few online clubs or social events that you may find to be surprisingly fun and connect you with other like-minded individuals that enjoy the same things. With keeping an open mind, there's a good chance you will meet someone you'd like to maybe even develop a personal friendship with. And actually meet in person at some point in time. You just never know where this may lead. Use online resources to further something that you believe in. There are all kinds of cause related groups that you can participate in. Um, I think we're all used to using our computers to be productive, but try doing something that actively involves other people or her eh, or helps you work toward a communal goal can create amazing benefits for all involved. I think of my last class reunion. Those of us that were engaged in most of the planning and implementing, did everything virtually. And it was so nice to get back in touch with each other in that way. And when we did finally get the opportunity to meet again in person, it was so much more joyful because we had become reacquainted, which with what drew us together when we were in school. Uh, by engaging with others about something that you really care about, you may realize it's easier to establish actual connections with those people that move way beyond social tools. Uh, Give positive compliments and feedback whenever you're engaging virtually. Along those lines, you can deepen your virtual world by sharing what are your true feelings in a kind and gentle way. Although we instinctively tend to turn to social media to share something about our days, popular websites can also be places to improve the world at large and make ourselves feel better while we're at it. rather than posting a picture about a place you went, something you had for dinner, or an activity that was particularly unique, try sharing words of wisdom or advice that might be helpful to others that are in similar situations. Consider using your online presence, as it were, to support others and promote their well being. By inspiring somebody else, you're going to inspire yourself too. Uh, Technology should not be a crutch. It shouldn't be an instead of only. The aim should be socializing via the opportunity the technology provides, not avoiding socializing by using technology. Often we are accustomed to a certain way of life and forget to think outside the box. If we use our computers every day for a certain task, we may not realize they can be used for something entirely different. To overcome these mental blocks, try seeing from a totally different angle. Rather than visualizing the same website that you probably most commonly use on a day-to-day basis, try to join a group that requires the active participation of others. Don't relegate your interactions to something like posting an emoji or a click-through. Instead, actually engage. The use of things like emojis to me is pretty much like saying, fine, everything's fine. Uh, it's not as personal as it could be if you took the opportunity to make it into something more than it currently is. And you want to maximize the opportunity that social tools give you. Maybe you can find a community or a social media group that you identify with. It could be your Facebook group. It could be a Facebook group for a particular subject. It could be from your hometown. It could be from where you live now, your community. It could be a hobby. But check out and use these opportunities to expand your social circle. Social tools are not inherently bad. It is how we use them that can enhance our lives. I am so grateful that you are an engaged group and will share comment, thoughts, feelings, insights with me on a weekly, daily, sometimes basis. It makes a huge difference in the amount of connectedness I feel in pursuing the goals I have that we share together. So I invite you this week to take a few extra moments to share thoughts and feelings in our group and see what a difference it makes and how connected you feel you are with those of us who share common issues and are dealing with them too. I'll let you go for now. Thanks for going through this little series on loneliness with me. It's been very enlightening and very helpful, and I appreciate all of you so much. Bye for now.